They thought it would be easy, just pack a bag, head out into the woods and be one with nature. Maybe light a fire, maybe take a few selfies with a cool mountain backdrop. But they were wrong. Nature doesn't forgive stupidity, and the wilderness doesn't negotiate. What begins as a weekend adventure often ends in a rescue mission, if you're lucky. For others, it ends in silence. Permanent silence. And it always starts the same way, with one dumb mistake, then another, until it's too late. In this video, we're going to expose the 10 stupid things that kill beginners in the wild. But this isn't just about avoiding rookie mistakes. This is about recognizing the pattern, the chain of ignorance, that leads to the final breath. Because if you're watching this, odds are you think you're smarter than those people, but so did they. Let's start with the most dangerous item on this list. Overconfidence. You know the type. The beginner who watches 2 YouTube videos, buys a brand new knife, and suddenly thinks he's Bear Grylls. He skips training, ignores maps, and thinks GPS is for the weak, until the trail disappears, until the sun sets, until panic sets in. This isn't just ignorance, it's ego. Overconfidence blinds judgment, inflates abilities, and leads people deeper into danger than they're prepared for. It makes them underestimate time, terrain, and temperature. And in the wild, those 3 things don't give second chances. Overconfidence doesn't kill directly. It sets the stage for everything else that will. You checked the weather 2 days ago and it looked clear. So you packed light, left the rain gear, left the insulation. Maybe you even wore sneakers because they were more comfortable. That decision can kill you. Weather in the wild turns fast, especially in mountains or forests. What starts as a sunny hike can become a hypothermia trap in under an hour. Most beginners don't know that getting wet in 50-degree temperatures can be more dangerous than snow in sub-zero weather. Your body cools 25 times faster when wet. Beginners die not from the storm, but from not preparing for one. You packed snacks, maybe even a little trail mix and jerky, but you didn't bring enough water, and worse, you didn't bring a way to purify more. Dehydration sneaks up like a snake, your mouth dries, your muscles cramp, and then confusion kicks in. By the time you realize you're in trouble, your decisions are no longer rational. Streams and rivers might look clean, but they carry bacteria like Giardia that will wreck your body. A beginner drinks untreated water, thinking it's natural, and 3 hours later, they're puking, dehydrated, and weak. Now they're losing fluids faster than they can replace them. In that state, you don't find the trail, you become part of it. Fire isn't optional in the wild, it's survival. But building one in controlled conditions is not the same as building one wet, tired, and with numb fingers. Beginners think a lighter or matches are enough. They're not. Wind, moisture, and bad tinder can make that bic as useless as a rock. Fire gives you heat, light, morale, and the ability to purify water. No fire? You're one step closer to hypothermia, or infection, or panic. People die curled up in sleeping bags because they didn't practice making fire in the worst conditions. Don't be one of them. Here's the thing, cell towers don't grow in forests, and mountains don't care about 5G. If you go into the wild expecting your phone to save you, you've already failed. Beginners vanish because they didn't tell anyone where they were going. No route left behind, no check-in plan, no backup communication. It doesn't matter how short your trip is. If you slip and break a leg on hour 2 of a 6-hour hike, your timeline just exploded. You need to assume you get back. That's not paranoia, it's responsibility. Satellite messengers, beacons, radios, whatever your level, have a way to scream for help when screaming won't do. Before we dive deeper, here's something critical. Preparation isn't just gear, it's systems. That's why I want you to check the link in the comments. There's a system there that covers exactly how to prepare for worst-case scenarios. Even if you're just starting out, it could literally be the reason you make it back home when everything else fails. Go see for yourself. Too many beginners treat wildlife like background scenery. They forget one thing: animals are not predictable. Bears, moose, snakes, they don't follow scripts. People get too close for photos, store food wrong, or sleep with crumbs in their pockets. Then they wake up to eyes staring at them through the dark. It's not just predators, even herbivores can kill. A startled elk, an angry moose, or a wild boar will flatten a beginner faster than they can reach for their phone. And venom? That's nature's silent assassin. Knowing the local wildlife isn't just interesting, it's survival. If you don't learn about them, they'll teach you the hard way. A printed map is not a decoration. A compass is not a necklace. Navigation tools are worthless if you don't know how to use them. Beginners often bring them for show, then panic when they actually need them. GPS batteries die, phones drop, the sun sets, and suddenly the trees all look the same. Navigation failure is one of the top killers. People walk in circles. They try shortcuts. They think heading downhill will get them to a road. Instead, it gets them into ravines, canyons, or worse. If you can't orient yourself, you're already lost. And when you're lost, you're prey. This one gets ignored, but it matters more than you think. Hiking 10 miles with elevation gain, heat, and a 30-pound pack is not like walking on a treadmill. Your knees will burn, your back will scream, and if your cardiovascular fitness is trash, your recovery will take too long. Fatigue isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Beginners collapse from exhaustion, make poor decisions when tired, or push through pain that becomes injury. And in the wild, a twisted ankle is not a small problem. It's a death sentence if you can't walk out. Don't let your body become your enemy. Train before you test it in the wild. You're lost. It's cold. You're alone. You hear a sound in the dark. Your heart races, your breathing speeds up. Logic leaves. Now what? Most beginners aren't killed by the problem. They're killed by their reaction to the problem. Panic makes people run in circles, scream, cry, or freeze. It makes them burn calories fast, waste time, and ignore smart decisions. That's why mental resilience is a survival skill. Meditation, cold exposure, stress drills, these aren't luxuries, they're prep work. Because in the wild your mind is your sharpest blade. If it dulls, you're done. This is where black foreshadowing comes full circle. The guy who went out for just one night, just a quick solo trip, no big deal, no tent, no med kit, maybe even no jacket, because he was just going for a quick camp. And then something happened. He slipped, his ankle snapped, or it rained, or a wrong turn added 5 miles, or a bear got into his pack. That just one night turned into 2, then 3, and his body wasn't ready, his mind wasn't ready, his bag wasn't ready. That guy, he looked just like you, maybe even had the same gear, maybe the same plans, but he didn't come back. These 10 stupid mistakes aren't rare. They're the norm for people who die out there. It's not bad luck, it's bad planning, and it's always preventable. But the wild doesn't care if you meant to be more prepared. It only responds to what you actually do. So if this video shook you a little, good, it should. That edge you're feeling right now, that's awareness. Sharpen it. Prepare better. And never think you're too smart to make a dumb mistake, because those are the ones that kill.